Hello, I'm Crystal Barber. I am a Family Consumer Sciences Extension Agent with Virginia Cooperative Extension, the Portsmouth office. I'm also a registered dietitian and NEDA certified exercise instructor. And I am bringing to you today a brand new program. It's a 6-month, once a month series that's going to cover some great health and wellness topics. Who are we at Virginia Cooperative Extension? We provide evidence-based programs out of Virginia Tech to our community statewide to address health and wellness issues to make it so much better for our communities. So the name of the program is Healthy Communities First, and the purpose of the program, again, is to improve the health of our community, not just one, but everyone. And I am going to be collaborating with other partners, also volunteers and participants, and our other Portsmouth Extension faculty and staff to be a part of this series. This month, we're going to cover Let's Celebrate National Nutrition Month because March is National Nutrition Month. The remaining 5 months, we will cover some other various topics that I'll tell you about before we conclude this session. And we're going to do a National Nutrition Month quiz in hope that it will add to your toolbox of knowledge to live healthier. So there are going to be 10 questions we're going to go over for only the month of March. We're going to have 3 different videos to cover that information. But the remaining months, again, there'll only be 1 video per month. So in partnership, one example, I'm going to do the first 3 questions of the National Nutrition Month quiz. And I'm going to partner with my Master Food volunteer, Jenny Gibson, who's also a registered dietitian. And she's going to follow up with another video to cover the next 3 questions. And the theme for National Nutrition Month is Celebrate a World of Flavors. And to support that, we want to help. Our Family Nutrition Program Assistant, Deanna Hagan, has provided some great cultural recipes, 3 of them. So if you go to our website, you can access those free. And if you give feedback on each session for each month, you will be able to receive an incentive. The first 10 people that respond by email and complete an evaluation survey for this month will receive a $10 Jason's Deli gift card and a produce brush. We're all about food safety as well. So let's go ahead and get started with our quiz. The quiz has been provided by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and it's set up in a true-false type fashion, or the statements are, I'm going to ask you if it's fact or fiction. So are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1, most Americans consume more than enough calcium, potassium, vitamin D, and dietary fiber. Is that fact or fiction? It's fiction. The intake of these foods provide important nutrients, but guess what? It's less than what's recommended for most people in the United States. One way I would like to encourage that you can get not only those nutrients in, but all the essential nutrients is to follow the Choose My Plate nutritional guideline. So you can go to choosemyplate.gov. They have a wealth of information, and you can also find the recommended amounts for those nutrients. And if you can't find them there, please email me, cvbarber@vt.edu. I will be glad to provide that information for the recommended intake of calcium, potassium, vitamin D, and dietary fiber per day. All right, let's go on to number 2. Only people with medical conditions such as diabetes or high blood pressure need to limit their intake of added sugars and salt. Fact or fiction? That's definitely fiction. It's recommended that all Americans over the age of 2 limit sources of added sugars to less than 10% of their total calories, and children under 2 should avoid all added sugar. That's a very small amount of sugar they're asking, so I know you say that's probably hard to go by. But we can do some other things to meet that recommendation or come close to it. And one of them is portion control of high sugary food and drink sources. And to give you an example, I love cheese Danish. I had some this morning. What I did not cut the piece in half, but guess what? I cut the piece in fourths. And I've been eating off the same 1/4 a day all week. You can make this work for you to be in the best of your health. And as far as the sodium, is recommended that we should have less than 2,300 milligrams of sodium, and that's for persons 14 years old and older. And if you're 51 years old and older, it even gets more limited, 1,500 milligrams per day. And again, those seems like some very restrictive intake recommendations. How can we meet those? One of the things I want to strongly encourage is reading food labels. That way, these amounts that they're giving us per day, the recommendations, you can assess how much you're getting in. You also, by increasing more fruits and vegetables and those food and drink sources that have less sodium content, will also make it better for you, because you can balance it off if you're having an intake of high sodium. And those foods that are high in potassium, magnesium, and calcium are going to help you offset high sodium intakes. Be mindful at restaurants, and we can do this. We want to continue to eat to what? Eat to live. Question 3, it's a good idea to wash off fruits and vegetables, even ones with peels that may not be eaten. Fact or fiction? That is a fact. All produce should be washed under running water, even if the peel will not be eaten. What happens is the dirt and the bacteria, once you peel or slice a fruit or vegetable, it can be transferred to the inside. So not only the running water, but it's also good to have a produce brush, although these are going to work mostly for your tougher surfaces regarding the peeling of melons and potatoes. So that concludes the first 3 questions of the National Nutrition Month quiz. Hopefully, the information provided added greatly again to your toolbox of knowledge so you can go and just lead a healthier life. And I did tell you I would share the topics for the next month. And as far as April, we're going to cover volunteers positively impact community health. So you will get a chance to not only see the Family and Consumer Sciences volunteers and what they are doing in our city to promote wellness, but our other Portsmouth faculty and staff. We will also have highlights of their volunteer impact. May is Mental Health Month, and the topic that's going to be covered is staying mentally well. June, healthy parenting through the norm. July, financial wellness counts. And the last session will be in August, rev up your physical activity now. So we look forward to you joining us again, and be sure to go Take advantage of those tasty, cultural, healthy recipes. You may access them at our website, www.portsmouth.ext.vt.edu. And you also can give your valuable feedback. Whether you're the first 10 or not, it will be used. Email me at cvbarber@vt.edu. You can also contact me at 757-295-1406. Thank you for helping to get the first session. Let's celebrate National Nutrition Month off to a great start. I encourage that you continue to be well and stress less. Crystal Barber, Virginia Cooperative Extension, City of Portsmouth Office, Healthy Communities First. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jenny Gibson. I am a registered dietitian in Virginia. I've been working with Miss Barber, volunteering with her to help educate and support Virginians on the importance of nutrition and activity for several years now. So I'm presenting the next set of questions from the quiz created by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics to help with the current program, Healthy Communities First. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we're starting with question number 4. So drinking milk is the only way to meet the daily recommendation of 3 cups from the dairy group. Fact or fiction? So that's actually fiction. Yogurt, cheese, buttermilk, and fortified soy milk are all other ways that you can get your dairy, and they all count as a 1 cup equivalent from the MyPlate food group. So people often forget that there are other sources of dairy aside from just drinking milk. So keep in mind as well, if you need to include dairy in your diet, but you might have been diagnosed with having lactose intolerance, there are some milks that you may be able to drink that have removed the lactose from processing, or even some cheeses that you might be able to eat. So you can always ask a registered dietitian to help you with a personalized nutrition plan. Okay, number 5. A vegetarian diet can provide adequate protein for athletes. Fact or fiction? This one's kind of tough. Okay, so that's actually fact. Now, I know a lot of people think that if you don't eat meat, you can't get enough protein, and I have many friends and colleagues who I went to school with who are vegetarians or vegans. And essentially, you can get your protein without eating meat. So, basically, a well-planned vegetarian eating style that includes enough calories and a variety of different foods can meet your protein needs. Of course, for personalized nutrition guidance, again, you want to consult a registered dietitian, nutritionist. I would say a dietitian can be very helpful here because we're able to analyze your current diet, analyze your food preferences, like your likes and your dislikes, and take all of that information and use that to create a plan for you that's full of protein and has nothing to do with eating meat. Now, nothing against meat eaters here, but there are definitely plenty of vegetarian athletes who definitely are getting their protein needs met without having to eat meat. There's plenty of sources of protein that's plant-based. These include nuts, nut butters, even peanut butter. That's a source of protein. Eggs can count, and of course there are different types of vegetarians, including lacto-ovo and things like that. So if you'd like more information, definitely reach out to a dietitian. Okay, number 6. All carbohydrate foods, also known as carbs, are the same and provide no nutritional value. Fact or fiction? Okay, that is fiction. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy. Many nutritious foods are sources of carbohydrates, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains. These foods, they provide vitamins, minerals, dietary fiber, and they can all positively affect our health. So, funny, most of the questions I think I've gotten, or maybe one of the very most popular questions I've gotten since becoming a dietitian, is should I or should I not eat carbohydrates? And I feel like carbs get a bad rep, but I will say this. A lot of people also don't quite realize that carbohydrates don't just include bread and potatoes, right? So like I said before, fruits and vegetables fall into this category. And Miss Barber was also discussing, different food in different cultures, or food culture. And carbohydrates are very important in different food cultures. Sometimes maybe it could be a main staple of certain diets. Examples of carbohydrates that I wouldn't want to take out of my diet include rice, pasta, tortillas. So all of those things are considered carbohydrates. Also, I don't think I've ever met anybody who doesn't eat fruits. So at least one type of fruit, maybe some vegetables too. But fruits are delicious, especially when they're in season, and particularly important to certain food cultures. Fruits are also considered carbohydrates, and keep in mind, remember that carbohydrates are our main source of energy as well, so they are important to include. We never really want to recommend any kind of eating style that's going to cut out an entire food group, and the carbohydrates are an entire food group, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see, it's important for energy, diversity in the diet, all your nutrients, food culture. So carbs are important for many reasons. So I hope that these quiz questions help you feel more confident in choosing foods to eat, and that this discussion increased your nutrition knowledge. Definitely reach out to us, reach out to Miss Barber, sign up for her program. She's an amazing teacher, and she has a lot of volunteers that love helping and educating and supporting the community. So happy National Nutrition Month, and thank you so much for watching.
Welcome back to Healthy Communities First. I'm Crystal Barber, Family Consumer Sciences Extension Agent with Virginia Cooperative Extension, the City of Portsmouth office. Hopefully you got a lot out of the first 6 National Nutrition Month quiz questions. As we end the month with a bang, I'm going to finish off the last 4. So let's start with question 7. Using my plate as a guide, half the plate should include fruits and vegetables. Fact or fiction? That is a fact. If you recall, if you did get to see the first video, I showed a model of Choose My Plate. If you did not, I have a picture for you right here. You can also go to choosemyplate.gov to get more information. As you can see, half the plate represented by the color red are going to be your fruits, and the green, your vegetables. Did you get in half your plate fruits and vegetables today? All right, the other portion of the Choose My Plate, your whole grains are going to be a little over a quarter of the plate, and then your protein foods, and you're going to complete the meal with your dairy sources. But what you do not want to forget is to get in that nutrient that's the best hydration of all, and that's water. Get in that water throughout the day. And I just want to show you a great tool when you're choosing your whole grain sources, of the grain sources. One way to identify it is this gold stamp. This is the whole grain stamp to help you identify what is a whole grain source, and it's one of my favorites that helps keep my cholesterol normal, and that's oatmeal. In addition, I'm going to show you another great tool to keep your mind on portions and food groups and just what you're going to eat in general, thinking about it. And that is the meal preparation containers. And this is another way where you'll be mindful to prepare at home. So let's go to number 8. All vegetables offer the same types and amounts of vitamins and minerals. Is that fact or is it fiction? That's fiction. Eating a variety of vegetables throughout the week, including your yellow orange vegetables and your dark leafy green vegetables and peas and beans. All of those are going to provide a wealth of nutrients needed to function optimally, and they're going to provide nutrients like potassium for blood pressure normalizing, the folate, and the vitamin C, and then vitamin A. So get in a variety of vegetables daily throughout the week. Number 9, only foods that taste salty or high in sodium, fact or fiction. That is fiction. While foods taste salty, some may not. People tolerate salt differently. Most of the salt we consume, it comes from prepared foods. So the salt is already in it for flavor as well. You can't remove it. That's why it is so good if you could cook your meals at home. Then what? You have control of how much salt goes in it. And just want to continue to encourage you as much as you can to cook at home. If you just cannot, then make healthier choices at restaurants. Don't use added sauces. You do have restaurant rights. You can ask them to leave the sauces off, which may give you more sodium in what you're eating. And in addition, you can leave condiments off sandwiches now. You don't necessarily have to have them on there. You can ask for them separately because they are an item that do contain a lot of sodium. So let's go on to our last question, question 10. A registered dietitian nutritionist can help you develop a healthy eating plan that is as unique as you are. Fact or fiction? That is a fact. A registered dietitian as myself, my master food, one of them, my master food volunteers, Jenny Gibson, she's also a registered dietitian. You can definitely find out individualized eating plans. And in addition, you can also find great nutrition information that you need from our own extension agents. We have a wealth of evidence-based information. Health educators, they also have nutritional information. But when you need to get individualized, and you have a special meal plan that you have to follow for diabetes or renal disease, then it is good to seek out a registered dietitian. And I just want to say to all the registered dietitians in the community, happy Registered Dietitian Day, which was a day we had in March. And thank you for all you do. And I would like to tell you that the National Nutrition Month quiz will be posted at our website. I also wanted to share about our upcoming programs. I'm taking registration in April for our Balanced Living with Diabetes program, which is a 6-lesson evidence-based program shown to improve A1C levels. So sign up for it starting April, and it will start June 6th. I'm also giving a training for those of you who love to work out and would like to help teach a strength training program. I'm giving a free training April 18th at Bon Secours Medical Center on George Washington Highway. And please check out our website. You can find out more information. We're having an open garden day in May, and our 4-H program will be doing a youth summer camp this summer. So go to our website, find out those dates, or you can call our office 393-5197. And I thank you so much for doing a great job and letting us enlighten you with the National Nutrition Month quiz and helping again the healthy communities first get off to a great start. You can check back at our website April 15th for the next video for Volunteer Appreciation Month. And then you can get the schedule and topics for the remaining Healthy Communities First video sessions. Thank you so much again. Crystal Barber, Healthy Communities First, 757-295-1406 if I can help with any other information. Have a wonderful day. Be well and stress less.